continually accompany the sufferings and make your life transform. It's very, very, we know that it's not easy to make this a slogan. Thank you. And next, we are going to invite a doctor from a surgeon from Dalin City Hospital.
Our searches with our advertisements. Well, he's the only one that I cannot contact until today. So later I will tell you the reason why. And let's watch the videos about these doctors. First of all, let's watch this video. In the Dawen news, we have this unit of health programs. Through this image, we can understand the the specialties of the Dr. Xu Dawen is about the colorectal cancers. The patient looks like normal, but actually she's suffering from the colon cancers. So the main treatment is through the chemotherapy and targeted medication. And the Dr. Xu Dawen is the specialties in this field. And we can cure about 70% of the patients. And lots of patients after the treatment, they can resume to their work, but there will still be minor problem, such as like their body strength or their diet problems. So we can know that he is really specialized in this field. And that's laparoscopies that the Dr. Xu Dawen already performed more than 6,000 of cases. And through the high technologies, we can precisely remove the lesions. And it feels like you're standing right inside of the patient's body. You can see it very clearly. And all the vessel and the blood vessel can be removed precisely. So this is what we call the precise medical care. So that's why he said that you are making the interior decoration inside of the patient's bodies. So let's learn about the hybrid operation rooms. So with this hybrid operation room, we can perform the more than 300 cases. Once we introduce this to the Dalin hospitals, we can perform a lot of major surgeries. And Dr. Zhang Jianhua also arrived here to share this medical information to us. And as we know, our doctors are all very professional. And also with these highly technologies, with the three-dimensional laparoscopies introduced to the hospital, the survival rate of the colon cancer already over the average compared with the other hospitals. So actually, we can provide training for the doctor from other regions, from the other hospital. So our hospital are able to train the other physicians. And let's watch another news about him. So after 10 years of attending doctors, he set up his price and to starting from the ground zero. Let's talk about the Dr. Xu Dawei. When he has more than 10 years of attending doctors, but he set up his pride to become an intern to learn the technique of laparoscopies. So he went back to training as a resident, and now he returned back to Dalin City Hospital, bring back all the technique that he learned for the years. This is the image that he's performing the laparoscopies. The doctor can perform the precise medical cares. He can be work so efficiently because he wants learn again. Um, Actually, usually after 10 years of attending doctor, most of the doctor will choose to stay at the original hospital. But for him, he set up his price. He went to the other hospital to receive the training. And in the middle south of Taiwan, there are lots of elderly residents. So a lot of the patient could be the high risk patient that to develop the colorectal cancers. So for the patient, um, when I was in training, I was but when I went to training, I was with those younger generation doctor as a resident. I wasn't really accustomed with that. But even though he um, uh, set up his pride to become a resident in other hospital, but through the intensive training, he bring back the whole set of the technique to Dalin city hospitals. So every time before the operation, you need to explain it to the patient and the family, and and you also cannot picture that's how the patient feels. Lots of patients will cry when I'm explaining to them, and sometimes I feel that, and after my explanation, the patient wouldn't feel the helpless anymore. Dr. Shudawan feels like the life is like computers. A lot of time you need to set yourself back to the ground zero to start from the ground zero again and to learn all the new technologies. So even I'm a very experienced doctor, I still keep on learning. I still encourage myself to keep on learning, to keep on making progress because life cannot redo it again. So you need to enhance ourselves constantly. So let's give doctor a big hand to welcome him. So we have our specialties here right at the scenes. Actually, Dalin City Hospital already have the ability to provide training for the other physicians from other hospitals. And for him to start from ground zero, from the uh, attentive doctor until the residents, it's really touching us. And since we're starting from the doctor, since we're starting from the study groups to these great doctors at us, because he's always so busy. And I was complaining to our editor. So we really need to approach him many, many times in order to contact him. But because myself has more than 5,000 friends in line, so I cannot friend him online. So we set up another group, online groups. So all of this picture that was taken during his presentation, we can send it to him through so the new. Look at Dr. Xu Dawen. He is very tall. He's 184 centimeters tall. He can be idols in the dramas, but we really appreciate with this precise medical care provided by our special doctors. And as I know that he's going to drive over here by himself from Dalin to here, I was wondering, did you drive very fast or did you get up early? Because uh, the sister told me that it take about 20 minutes to get here, but I get up very early, so it take me only 1 hour and 20 minutes to get here. Actually, doctor arrived here even earlier than all of us. So every time when we have a doctor's here, brother Jingyo will always be here because he was also receive a lot of care from Dalin City Hospital. So now Dr. Xu Dawen would like to share with us all of his technique and also his interaction with the patient. And we will notice lots of knowledge about the colorectal surgery. So let's give him a big applause. And I would like to be with you because you have positive energy. Presentation out. I'm really appreciate I have this opportunity to be here with every one of you. And through the video, we talk about the 3D technologies. And I would like to tell you the next eras. This is the era in this new generations. And I would like to introduce you the evolution of the corner surgeries. Everybody heard about the Da Vinci, but you don't really know what the Da Vinci worked for. So why the cancer can be cured and how do we cure the cancers? Is that all of the cancer are curable? The only way is that you find out all the cancer cell and you eliminate all of them. Is that very difficult? How come the Dalin City Hospital can cure over 70% of the colon cancers? So for the past 20 years, I estimate myself already cured more than 2,500 patients. This is what I have been through. And the primary treatments is always through the chemotherapies, through the surgical therapies. We had to find out the cancer and eliminate it. And how come some of the patient cannot be operable? So sometimes because the human has a physiological limits. You can look at this footage. There are more than 3,000 tumors inside of this patient's abdominals. But if each tumor costs 15 minutes to reduce it, how long will you take for you to remove all of the tumors? And there's another problem is you might not pay attention on it, such as when I was in my internships, and the experienced physician will get old, especially, and their body strength will declines. As a surgeons, when they reach their most experienced and skillful periods, actually is the physical strength already declines. But at that time, he's already starting to age and his body is not suitable for performing the operations. So when he is in his 50s, it's really hard for him to perform the surgery anymore. And with our new technology, even your age, you will still become the very experienced and very skillful doctors. For there are 4 revolutions of the colon surgical process. And I had experienced all of that. So listen to my story is I listen to the progress of the revolution of our surgical procedures. So when I was and in 1984, after serving as a junior military physician for 2 years, and I entered the Department of Surgery at Taiwan University. And in that era of the abdominal surgery, due to the difficulty to control the blood loss, everything emphasized in the simplicity and the speed. So at that time, surgery, we emphasize on this speed and rather than the fineness. So with the large incision wounds, it's easier for us to complete our tasks. So in the eras, there are a lot of way to improve our skill. So in 2003, when Dalin City Hospital first established, many of us joined Dalin City Hospital as a first generation doctors. Now we reach the era of the laparoscopies. So in 2008, the director asked me, and in the ventral hospital, lots of advanced country already use the laparoscopy to perform the surgery. So the director asked me, would you mind set up your site and to be an intern and to learn the laparoscopy skills? You can picture like I'm already the chef in the restaurant and now I have to starting as a cleaner, as a waiter in a restaurant. How can I bear with that? It's like a reset of my careers because lots of my colleague already disappears. I'm no longer a attentive doctor. I become a resident again. So I spent a whole year to learn the technique from the other hospital and I bring back the whole sets of the high technologies. So as you can see from the image, there are 5 tubes on the patients. And actually, we upgrade 5 wounds. Each wound is about 2 to 5 centimeters. At this time, you will feel that it's a big difference compared with the traditional surgeries. So with the 4 to 5 incisions with the tube, the advantage of the laparoscopy is that with the smaller wounds, less pain and the speedy recovery, and with the less complication for a lot of patients, they can is a benefit for most of the patients. And another advantage of the laparoscopy is that we can operate the multiple colon cancer simultaneously at the same time through the laparoscopies. Like this patient, she has 2 lesions of the colon cancer, but we can do the surgery at the same time. Is it good enough? Can we make any more improvement? Yes, we do. Let's talk about the single incision laparoscopies. Compared with the 5 incision and to close up 5 incision, there was so much troubles to do that. And a lot of the manufacturing, they invented the single incision laparoscopies. There was a 4 exit ones, but only through one insertion that will cost extra the 40,000 extra dollars. This is a pretty good skill, but it's too pricey. So lots of patients they cannot bear to afford that $40,000. So this is what I invented. I invented just use a surgical gloves that only cost $10. The glove with 5 fingers, and you can insert the tubes through the gloves, and the instead of spending $40,000, I can solve the problem with just a $10 surgical gloves, and only with only one incision wound.
This is that's a problem of the we face because of the skills, and something that we have to prevent uh, the uh, the uh, the bad recovery rate, and that year in year 107, we enter into the era of 3D operation. We need to have the imagination in our own brain. We need to have the imagination of the 3D, three-dimensional image in our own brain. And everything in our own brain, we have to imagine that it's three-dimensional, and it would turn, make a turn in make a curve in a tummy of the patient, and the young doctor will learn faster than the older doctors, and in Darling City Hospital, you can see my back. I'm always taller in I'm always taller in the operation room, and it's very troublesome because I'm too tall. We have to adjust the height of the console. Uh, and we have to wear these glasses so that we could see the 3D image. And this display as auto stereoscopic 3D display. It can this display device, it can display the 3D image. And from year 107, we in Darling City Hospital, we already adopt all the operation to use the laparoscopic single site operation. We call it LESS operation. And the successful rate is very, very high. And nowadays, can we have a breakthrough in our operation skills? Unless you are not a human being anymore. Today, I'm going to talk about how I become non-human being. This is if we want to attain the ultimate attainment, we have to adapt ourselves to become non-human. And this is the in the early age we use the a machine, a robotic arms, but this robotic arm is so space consuming because it is so huge, and it would operate the whole surgery room, operation room. And now in this new technology, uh, and the technology, how your hand move, the instrument move as your hand move exactly like the movement of your hands, and so the machine is not it's not no and not any better than the movement of our hands, fingers, and arms. And but the Vinci in the Da Vinci era, it's really making a breakthrough. So now the Da Vinci system, it can make our operation skill better than the physical performance of doctors. Our vision accuracy is it could help us to improve our vision accuracy to 2020, and we could have more than 2 arms, and we could have a power of grip as about range of motion as could be more than 110 degree, and it could also this the physical limit of doctor is um, we still have them. We get tired. Um, you know, TSMC. the technology of the wafer um, technology is to the 2 nano. And now our vision, if our vision accuracy could improve to nanoscale imaging, that would be wonderful. And I thought that if our I thought it would be probably impossible for us to this is from the movie that this if this Superman can wear this robotic outfit, it could become superpower. And so, if this machine is advanced enough, um, maybe the doctor, uh, no matter how old the doctor is, and the robotic could help exceed the physical limit of doctor. And how come we don't see any doctor and only machines, robotics are on the site? And where are the nurses? And I was in the world, and I was controlling this machine, but not by the side of the patient. I was in another room remotely controlling this machine. So now you can see that only this machine, the doctor can control this big machine on his own. The doctor doesn't need the help from the nurses and assistants. I can, look, I'm very tall. I'm 184 centimeter, and this machine is taller than I am. It's a huge machine. The Vinci operating system. And I could have 4 arms if I use this machine. And the vision accuracy is 10 times better than my vision, better than the human vision, like 2020 vision. And also the machine could have a grip power of about several tons of power, and there's very precise accuracy. um, and the stapler, if we put little stapler needles under the Da Vinci arms, and we can make the stapler needles into turn it into a butterfly shape. Very powerful, but very precise, very fast. So the doctor surgeon could become Superman. And this is the interface of of the uh, the robotic arms. There are 12 angles joints, so it could imitate the movement of doctors' fingers, and even better, it could be very powerful and very precise. Um, and so we could have do all kinds of movement going up and down to sides. And this is a very magical. You could have all kinds of instruments, endoscopic instrument. You can change the instrument on the site during the operation. Any kinds of instrument that we need. We could have electrocauterizations instrument and stop bleeding instrument and render retraction, any kinds of instrument we want. And I feel like we became like um, a mercy Buddha. She has 1,000 of instrument, Dharma instrument to save the suffering. And now my dream come true. I really transform through the Da Vinci system. I really transform myself into Guan Yin, like Mercy Buddha Guan Yin. She has the Dharma instrument, all kinds of instrument that could help the patient. Um, we have we are born to, like I myself, I'm born to become surgeon. Um, and for I learned to become I learned the skill of a surgeon is very fast. Uh, if I want to learn, if you want to practice a super kung fu, you need to disarm and defeat yourself. Um, you want to get used to that you have you not only have two arms, you have four arms, and you have to get used to that you can see through six membrane, and when you pick it up, you have to see through. There are maybe six membranes, not only one brain, and you have to see through, and you have to see through the membranes that there are blood vessels. Um, and now the endoscopic instruments are able to make a curve in our arms and in the tummy of the patient. And you can also have enough power to bend the metals, and you can get used. You're so powerful, and you can rotate I can rotate my wrist, and for three rotations with no problems, I could move about like 5 times of my regular movements. And this is not, it's not difficult. And so I have to get used to that I have super kung fu. And this is a fun kung fu story. And one super kung fu master transfer his kung fu to a young kung fu master, so that the young kung fu master has have the ability of the super senior kung fu master. So this young kung fu master become the superpower in the kung fu world. And now when I'm connected to the Da Vinci operation system, I feel like myself, I have the kung fu from a great master. And let's compare to the recovery rate. The average fast time after surgery, the transitional way, they have to wait until 6 days after after the surgery. But the traditional laparoscopy operation, it takes us 5 days for the patient to start taking regular diet. But for our 3D lapar uh, laparoscopy, single site, it takes 3 days for the patient to return back to the regular diet. But if we use Da Vinci operation. Right after the operation, the patient can start taking regular diet. Um, you the average patient's expression after laparoscopy is the single site surgery. They think that the patients think that they broke their arms yesterday, but the traditional laparoscopy, the patient will feel like they broke their legs. But the traditional C-section operation, the after the operation, the patient would think that they were hit by a car. But after the Da Vinci operation, the operation, the patient think that it just like they had an appendectomy operation. It's like they didn't feel anything at all. So, what is the biggest loss of patient? The 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 physical the best physical fitness condition is when you are at 35 years old, but there's the after 35 years old, their physical condition would get deteriorated year by year. Um, and after over 40 years old, we started to have all kinds of vision problem, so we cannot see things clear. After 50 years old, past 50 years old, after I have after about 7 or 8 hours of operation, I've already feel I don't have any power anymore. I feel fatigue. So but when the doctor have more experience, the doctor is older, and they have experience and they have knowledge. I'm now almost 60 years old. I'm experienced. Um, so I have done uh, profound knowledge, and the their knowledge in their brain is very precious. But in the past, when there's no Da Vinci system help us, we were limited by our physical condition because we are older. We don't have enough energy. But now we can overcome the physical limitation because there help from the Da Vinci system. And so uh, uh, I have like a doctor, the younger doctor, uh, the younger doctor who said, waiting for me to retire so that he could become the chief. Now he has to wait another 20 years because my physical limitation is not limited by my energy because I have help from the Da Vinci system. And did you figure that uh, you were uh, look up to by your things? I feel that you are so confident here, and you you tell us that you were born to be a surgeon, and it is now fun, to be sick, and it's even more suffering if you are suffering from cancer. But now we feel that we have help, we have hope, because these great masters with great kung fu master is here to save us. And the 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 picture you show is if made by AI. No, it's not from AI. Did not draw the picture. It's from the drama. Uh, I read a drama from a Kung Fu story from author Jin Yong. I read all his I read all his drama story, Kung Fu story, and the surgeon, um, he doctor has gone through all the new era when the surgeon passing through the new era. At first, I felt at first I felt very sad and mistreated when I have to go to the other hospital to learn the new technology, this Da Vinci technology. I have to be from the attended doctor to become a practice doctor. I felt mistreated and I felt sad. But now I felt that that experience was benefit me so much. I learned new technology so that I could benefit my patient. He is a 184 centimeter. I could not uh, I could not fight with another doctor. He's also tall. Um, and doctor, he has humor and he is compassionate, and he learned the Vinci system to benefit help the patients, and we are so proud of him. We're so proud of him. He is the very superb doctor. He's like Guanyin Bodhisattva. Um, and do you hire yourself in Darling City Hospital? I hire myself in the hospital. I always come out from hospital after night, during the night time. Please come to us more often because we enjoy your sharing. Listening to your sharing is such an enjoyment experience. And he is so humorous, and he is very experienced and very skillful surgeon. And from Beijing to Beijing, he is the advanced technology in medical field help the surgeon to perform operations so much better than before. And it's very fortunate that the patient to the Darling City Hospital have the great doctor and great technology. And we squat down because we want to be able to jump up higher and I'm home because I have the house cleaning work to do. Uh, you were listening to the sharing, and only you have to take a look. Don't you want to take a look at this handsome surgeon? And this handsome surgeon, he is very tall, and his skill is as high as his physical height. And Thank you, Dr. Shi. He is my surgeon. And 4 years ago, Sister Huiling, you are you the patient of Dr. Shi? Yes, she is the patient of Dr. Shi. Uh, Sister Huiling, thanks to Dr. Lin and Dr. Lin's great skill to make her recover very fast from her illness. And now the Da Vinci system operation is operated by, controlled by Dr. Xi, and he is like Guan Yin Bodhisattva taking care of more than 3,000 patients. Are you, do you read the Dharma teachings? Yes, yes, the doctor read Dharma teaching. And he is very good at taking care of the patients with Da Vinci system. He is the idol in our heart. Thank you, Dr. Shida. Thank you. Let's take a look at the expression on his face. He's our idol, Xi Dawen. Dr. Xi Dawen, Dr. Xi Daren. We love to be with you because you have positive energy. Thank you. A special doctor and speaker. Before he came, I didn't have any